Everyone pretend I'm walking to the front of the room so I can come up. Um, Hello, everyone. So I tried to put together just like a brief highlight for each cohort of what they did this year without trying to overwhelm all of you with a serious amount of information, because we do a lot. But I wanted to give you guys all some highlights. So our graduating seniors, obviously, like I think if all of you remember undergraduate, if you were happen to be able to go, we're ready to graduate since day one. In their time at McNair, each of the seniors completed exceptional research projects, presented their findings on national stages, and prepared for doctoral study and advanced careers. Along the way, each generously shared their ideas, experiences, and passions with the McNair community, strengthening their peers, inspiring the staff, and paving way for future scholars. Also, by the way, I talk really quickly, so if any of you need me to slow down, wave your hand wildly and someone will tell me to slow down. So one of the highlights for our seniors is that every fall, McNair hosts a research symposium at the College of St. Scholastica. Our scholars showcase the research that they have done over the summer to our community at large. And they each set up a poster of their own design, convey their research to staff, students, and faculty that we invite. This opportunity allows scholars to further develop some of the key skills like, public speaking, really how to take complex information and disseminate it to a general audience. And then we invite our faculty to evaluate each of the students on a number of levels, from the actual content of the poster to the presentation skills, being able to convey their research. And this year, our scholars received rave reviews, and the members of the college were very impressed with what they produced. It's really exciting for us because some of our seniors, we don't get to work too intensely with and closely with our seniors throughout this summer because it's really geared towards the newer cohort. And it's really exciting to have them come back and be able to share what they did. For example, on screen, Ashley Kozlowski, she was out in Delaware, and we were really excited to see what she was going to do when she came back. This year, actually, we're happy to host Dr. Barbara McDonald. She's the new president of the College of St. Scholastica. From her, we had a quote in her evaluation saying it was really her pleasure and it was really informative to see firsthand what the students have been working on. She was struck by the diversity of the presentations, the research projects, and it was everything from scientific methodology to social science approaches, and she was just really impressed. So we were happy to have her come and enjoy that. For our graduate school applications, not really sure what sort of picture you could put there. Imagine just an application because it was just a lot of writing. So of course we spent a good amount of time with our seniors in the fall working with graduate school applications. So many hours were spent in staff offices making sure that each word of their personal statement was just right, or that we gathered all of the necessary documents. I feel like we quadruple checked everything. Serena's a great example. She and I looked at her list probably 45 times to make sure that everything was included and correct, and she was all ready to go. And then we finally held hands and she submitted it, so she was ready to go. This year, we're happy to announce that we feel like it's a wildly successful year, but we're not going to talk about that right now because that's information for later. So we're excited to talk about that. And then finally, of course, our seniors are ready for graduation, right? They've been preparing for this since they stepped foot on the campus, and we're proud to hold this celebration for them, not only as our way of honoring all of their work, time, and commitment to McNair, but as a way to say thank you for letting us to be a part of their journey. We have a ton of students graduating from various disciplines, and we're excited about that. Now, our other cohort, we've got two more, the junior scholars. We categorize them as those who have just completed their first summer research project. They're also the junior level, so surprise. During this time, we've facilitated various seminars focused on developing their academic and personal growth, and that's during their funded summer research, which is a 10-week period of time. Last summer, we actually took them on a whirlwind graduate school tour. And they presented their research at the McNair Summer Research Symposium. And then we took them to the University of California, Los Angeles for a National McNair Conference. So in late June, the graduate school tour, we took the scholars on a whirlwind tour, 3 different institutions, the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus, Colorado State University at Fort Collins, and then the University of Colorado at Boulder. Throughout this trip, we toured a number of research labs. We met some really awesome faculty, some postdocs, and we sampled a lot of delicious local cuisine, which I do have to say, food was probably the hottest topic in that entire trip. And I mean, I fully relate, but we ate a lot of really delicious things, and we were all up in arms on like who wanted to go eat where and do what. So it was probably the most exciting part, let's say, of the trip. But what was really cool is that our scholars really get a firsthand look at what it means to study at the graduate level, and that they get to enjoy a lot of support in everything that they are allowed to have and what they're looking forward to as they attend. So we do have a couple of quotes from Naya. We have a quote saying she believed it was definitely a personal learning experience. She had a better understanding of what she would like to research in graduate school by having conversations with people who are actually doing it. They're actually experiencing it, and she thought it was amazing. So thanks for that, Naya. And then from Mary, we also had another one saying that she found the graduate school tours to really just be eye-opening, right? It allowed her to picture herself attending graduate school, and actually she did not mind the travel experience, and that she actually had a good time with it. So that was really exciting. We had a really great time. I thought it was a lot of excellent work. So the big trip at the end of summer was that we took all of our scholars that were doing their first summer research to the University of California, Los Angeles to present at the National McNair Conference. Among 300 of their peers from 33 institutions across the nation, our scholars exemplified research excellence. For many, this was their first taste of presenting at a national level, and each of them were allotted 1-hour sessions to present their posters alongside their peers, and they performed phenomenally. I was very excited to be there. They could tell you I was running around being like, do you need water? You're doing great. Everything's wonderful. And in addition to that, you know, they each get their chance to present, but they also had a chance to interact with representatives from 40 graduate programs. They got to tour the UCLA campus and attend networking luncheons. But a lot of the evenings we all spent together, sort of bonding as a cohort and as a team. We got to explore the rich diversity of Los Angeles, again, deciding where we're going to eat, which was also really big. And it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I also still have a couple quotes from the students from there. So from Maggie Brown, the McNair Summer Research Conference was an opportunity like no other. Few people take the chance on such a fresh batch of students, and it really encourages us to develop our skills and self-confidence. And then another quote from Alexis Edwards is, the McNair Summer Research Conference was a great first look into the scientist experience. It was full of learning, it was full of networking, and she forged a number of unforgettable connections. Which was exciting. And then, of course, we have our newest scholars. Our new scholars are those who, surprise, are recently admitted into our program. I know that's shocking to all of you. And we're happy to introduce you to them today. We've been trying 7 different ways to send out information on who our students are. We did get a little brief introduction to them, but now we're really excited that we actually get to share a lot of information about them. And they have been through a number of few small things here and there to try and get us ready to go for their summer institute. So this year we had a record number of talented applicants, so we definitely had our work cut out. I think we ended up with around 40 or so applicants. It was really encouraging and really exciting, and our admissions process itself is sort of designed to mirror this graduate school admission process. It's supposed to be a little bit rigorous. So through their personal statements, their research statements, and the interview that we conducted with them, 12 of them proved that they have what it takes to be a McNair scholar, and they're doing really awesome, exciting stuff. So what they've been doing since their orientation last December is that we have them attend seminars focused on preparing them for their summer research project. We call this Research Foundations. During this time, we work with them to identify potential faculty mentors to help guide them through this process. And each seminar is sort of designed to kind of highlight a facet of the research process and give them the information and ideas to discuss with their respective mentors so they can go back and create really thoughtful work. And then finally, Of course, we're looking forward right now to our Summer Institute. The Summer Institute is the cornerstone of our program and where the bulk of learning and development takes place for our scholars. This year, our students will be engaging in thoughtful research in their respective fields. We've had the chance to review some of the proposals that have been coming through, and we're really excited. We think we have a great new batch of students who are going to produce some amazing, amazing research. And we can't wait to see what comes next for these scholars, you know, and we really appreciate all the time and energy and commitment they have put in, and I can't wait to see what they do.